I want to welcome you back to Black Site, and tonight we're going to talk about Bernie Sanders dropping out of the 2020 presidential race. Bernie Sanders is one of the biggest scam artists I have ever seen. Bernie Sanders, who was supposed to be leading a revolution, never fought a revolution. Bernie Sanders in 2016 was cheated out the presidential race by Hillary Clinton in the DNC. But what did Bernie Sanders do? He sat there like a child. He didn't fight Hillary Clinton back when he knew they were cheating on him in states like Nevada, Louisiana, and New York. He played the good old stepson during the race. Bernie Sanders has never intended to win the Democrat nomination. Bernie Sanders was a candidate who was put into the race by the Democrat Party to make people like Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden seem more moderate to America. Bernie Sanders was in these races to make more money for himself and his family. Bernie Sanders is supposed to be against millionaires, but he's won with 3 large houses. Bernie Sanders is part of the Democrat leadership in the Senate. Bernie Sanders, during this race, when asked a simple question, they said, Bernie, do you think Joe Biden can win against President Trump? He said, yes. What candidate would say that? You would say, no, I can beat him. When have you ever seen Bernie Sanders attack in 2016 Hillary Clinton over her emails, over the Clinton Foundation, over the 1994 crime bill, but he voted for it too? Why didn't he attack if he was supposed to be a revolutionary? Trump went into his race in 2016, took down the Bush family, took down the RNC, took down the whole Republican establishment. But Bernie Sanders didn't do that. Bernie Sanders is a fraud. And most of his supporters will have to understand that Bernie Sanders was never for a revolution. He was nothing but mouth and no action. Bernie Sanders had a movement, but he didn't understand how to lead a movement. A true revolutionary like Fidel Castro, Mao Zedong, and others showed no mercy for their enemy. And their enemy wasn't Democrat or Republican. It was defeating the person in front of him who was right there and then Hillary Clinton, which he had an opportunity to do, but he refused to expose her crookedness. And that's why Trump used that word, crooked Hillary, because she has always been crooked. If I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter and I sent him millions of dollars, which so many have done, it's time for them to ask for their money back. Because this man is a complete fraud. How can you support Joe Biden, who is a crook? His son was involved in the Ukraine scandal, which he was a crackhead and made millions of dollars doing deals with Ukraine. How the hell can a crackhead do millions of dollars with Ukraine? Only the reason he did it is because of his father. And you refuse to expose him. You refuse to expose Hillary Clinton emails. You refuse to expose the corrupt Democrat Party. You sat by and said, no, Hillary, I'm tired of listening to your emails. Joe Biden, I will not challenge you on your corruptness of your son with dealings in Ukraine and China. No, I will try to stand above the fray in politics. But that's not how a revolutionary does it. A revolutionary gets his bayonet, his gun, and he goes through his enemy and he slices him up like a piece of cheese. Bernie Sanders didn't do that. Bernie Sanders was a fraud. And I'm glad, hopefully, all his supporters, Bernie's bro, TYT, the humanists, all those people who has been supporting Bernie Sanders throughout the years finally understand that he wasn't truly for you. Bernie Sanders is a terrible person right now to most of his followers. He will stand up once again right in front of you, and he will support crooked Hillary, and he will support crooked Joe Biden, and he will do it with a smile because he never cared about the revolutionary. He cared about himself. Bernie Sanders is a fraud. And I want to see all the people out there who is his followers when he tell you to vote for a guy, Joe Biden, who doesn't really care about you. He cares about himself. This is a sad day to see all these young people who was involved in his revolution see what Bernie Sanders is really all about. He's all about himself. He's not about you. Because no revolutionary would support Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden. I thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and share this video.